The rain pours down as I walk through the streets, covering my head with a black jacket. I already regretted going outside without my umbrella, but it was said that we would have great weather today. I should not have listened, especially because rainy days are so common in England. Luckily, Dan's house is only 5 minutes away from my apartment. Dan is a good friend of mine. We used to talk every day, but that all changed only 3 days ago. 3 days ago when his heart was smashed to pieces. The old curtains, which once may have been vibrant green color, were now a not so appetizing muddy green-brown. With these curtains closed, the room was dim. Dan sat in the middle of the almost empty room, on the worn-out, pale yellow sofa. He stared at the dirty wall opposite of him. I shut the door, but he did not notice me entering. The rain outside had grown into a storm. I heard the wind howling. Somewhere a window slammed shut. I let out a small yelp of surprise, before looking back at Dan again. Abruptly, Dan stood up and walked to the other side of the room. He looked out of the window and began to talk to someone I could not see, a shade of his memory. We met on a vibrant spring's day, and I remember your gentle eyes, the faint smell of flowers in your hair. When I bit in the ripe fruit of your love, like nectar and ambrosia, was the food of the gods. I was completely overwhelmed. You were in all my senses. I loved you more than life. For the first time, I felt complete. Suddenly, Dan looked me right in the eye. His eyes darkened, the air shifted. He continued talking, but this time, his voice was dark and bitter. Just like the seasons, our love changed. October came and the autumn wind took you away. Lightning struck and the sky darkened. All happiness was torn away with you. I fell in a long dark winter sleep. Loneliness came back once again. How could I continue when the day seemed bleaker and the sun didn't warm me anymore? How could I continue when everything tasted like ashes? How could I continue when you are a part of me? All of a sudden, I heard the sounds of sirens approaching. I saw a flash of lights crossing the window, red and blue lights. Police cars stopped in front of the house. I raised my eyebrows, surprised and confused. The sound of multiple footsteps on the stairs and a loud banging on the door echoed through the entire apartment. Daniel Faraday, you are under arrest for the murder of Jane Birkin. Open the door immediately. A shiver went through my whole body as I slowly turned my head back to Dan. Our eyes met, and what I saw in my best friend's eyes was the look of a killer. She said I was dead to her. Now she's dead to me.